On the night of February 14, 1974, the streets of Fort Worth, Texas, USA, were drizzling with cold rain. 17-year-old Kara Walker held a rose diamond ring given by her boyfriend, Rodney, and just finished her Valentine's Day dance. When the car was parked on the roadside, a black figure suddenly opened the car door. The muzzle of the gun pressed against Rodney's temple. The next second, Kara was dragged into the stranger's car, leaving only a roar of "Rodney, go find my dad. This is not a movie, it is a real human nightmare." Ironically, when the police searched the entire city and found Kara's body, her diamond ring disappeared. And when the perpetrator was finally arrested in 2020, people discovered that this 77-year-old good husband and good father had been at large for 46 years. Kara's boyfriend Rodney became the first suspect. He ran home with blood on his face to seek help, but was repeatedly questioned by the police for not being able to describe the characteristics of the murderer. The neighbors pointing and the relatives' skeptical eyes pierced his back like a knife. "I didn't even see her face clearly." Rodney's defense appeared pale and powerless in the rumors. Even more painful was Kara's younger brother Jim, who, at the age of 12, witnessed his sister being dragged away and found her broken body in a culvert 3 days later. From that day on, he changed, no longer laughing, no longer speaking. "Sneaking into that smelly culvert at night, I want to wait for the murderer to come back and kill him with my own hands." The trust of parents became Rodney's only support. The Walker couple let him sleep on Kara's bed, but this warmth only made him more devastated. "I didn't protect her well." After graduating from high school, Rodney fled Fort Worth, and it was 46 years since he left. Jim's revenge plan didn't last long. A year later, he realized that the killer might not come back, so he gritted his teeth and swore, "I want to be a police officer and use my power to arrest him." He ran and studied late every morning and finally got into the police academy, but was sentenced to death during the physical examination. A rare genetic disease would gradually take away his vision and eventually lead to blindness. Not even a chance to become a police officer. Jim's world collapsed. Even more cruelly, his father passed away due to guilt, and his mother passed away due to heartbreak. He became the only gravekeeper of the Walker family. The turning point occurred in 2020. 58-year-old Jim fumbled to call the police station and said, "I have a file on the Kara case. The killer is either dead or almost dead. Please take another look." The person who answered the phone was the newly appointed cold case detective, Leah Wagner. She flipped through the yellowed file and stopped her fingertips on a photo of a diamond ring she found from a culvert. This ring is a breakthrough. The evidence back then was once trapped by technological limitations. The DNA sample on Kira's clothes was too small, only 5 nanograms, and the police could only rule out the suspect, unable to pinpoint the real culprit. Wagner contacted Rodney in Alaska and confirmed his innocence. Once again, the list of suspects who were excluded due to lie detection was dug up. Glenn McCree, and the name popped out. Clay is a native of Fort Worth and has been involved in multiple cases of missing women between 1967 and 1985. The police had investigated him for possessing a Luger handgun with the same magazine at the crime scene, but he was ruled out after passing the lie detector test. Wagner didn't believe it. Lie detection is not 100% accurate. Key step: new technology from a private laboratory extracts a complete map from 5 nanograms of DNA. Compare national databases match. Glenn McCree's DNA is completely identical to the DNA on Kara's clothes. When the police knocked on McClay's door, he was leisurely mowing the lawn. "I have nothing to do with this case," he explained with a smile, but his wife exposed it on the spot. He said he went to Midland to see his father on Valentine's Day. He didn't even go out that day. The police found a McDonald's straw from his trash can. DNA testing matched again. In the face of ironclad evidence, McClay finally collapsed. "I just wanted to steal money," she resisted, But when asked about the location of the body dumping, the address he gave did not match the culvert where Kara's body was found. Wagner became alert. He may be covering up something. The police traced the clues and found that there were 6 unsolved cases of missing murdered women in Fort Worth between 1967 and 1985, mostly around Valentine's Day, and the victims were girls aged 15 to 25, similar to the Kara case. On August 19, 2021, the public gallery of Tarrant County Court was filled with people. Jim, who was already blind, and Rodney, who had rushed back from Alaska, sat in the plaintiff's seat, listening as McClay trembled and admitted, "I killed Kara." At the end of the trial, Jim made a decision that moved the entire audience to tears. He walked towards Maclay's son Roddy and opened his arms, saying, "I'm not here to hate you. We've all lost important people." Roddy hugged him and cried, saying, "I've lived in the shadow of my father all my life." The judge struck the gavel and said, "Life imprisonment without parole." Jim touched the diamond ring in his pocket, which the police had kept for 47 years and finally returned, and whispered, "Cora, you see, we did it." In this story, there are 46 years of waiting, technological breakthroughs, and the resilience of ordinary people who never give up. Justice may be late, but it will never be absent, because there are always people watching for the deceased and those who stand for the living. Legal knowledge. Cold cases refer to criminal cases that have not been solved for a long time, and modern DNA technology and database comparison have become key means to crack such cases. If you like this story, please like and follow my channel. Leave a message and tell me, do you believe that justice will be late but not absent? It's constantly updating. See you in the next issue.